All right, we are live on the Coach Eli television network. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. It is Monday, August 30th, 2021. And if you're joining us live, welcome to the show. If you're here watching the replay, watch it all the way through because for the most part, most of my streams, if not all of them, have tremendous replay value with evergreen content. So if you're here on the replay, you didn't miss anything during the live. You can catch it all on the replay in the same way it was broadcasted live. Let me just check out to see if everything's running smoothly very quickly. I'm trying to streamline the process of these live streams to get right down to business. I'm going to have a little more faith in the back end of these platforms I stream on and not have to take any extra time to verify them on my smartphone. It looks like everything is rolling smoothly on Facebook, D Live, and on YouTube. All right, folks, let's get right to it here. I don't expect a whole lot of people to be here live. The reason why I decided to do this live instead of pre-recorded is because I really wanted to get this video or this stream out as quickly as possible because I really wanted to acknowledge a content creator out here on YouTube I've known for a couple of years. And she put out a video earlier today, and she was inspired to create that video based on a pre-recorded video I put out earlier this morning regarding panic attacks. If you missed that video that I put out yesterday, go back and check it out. It's just under an hour long, and I shared an experience I had about 24 hours ago, or almost 24 hours ago, where I had the worst panic attack I've ever had. And it was quite scary. And I'll update you folks on that here in just a second. But the topic of this show is share your story instead of drama, just like Real Talk with Lorin did. One more time, share your story instead of drama, just like Real Talk with Lorin did. Okay, so let me just start off by saying this stream is not going to be that long, probably about 30 to 45 minutes max. I don't have a whole lot to go over, but I do have enough to go over because I do want to pay special props to Lorin. And I also want to make a suggestion, a recommendation to some people out there that aren't too fond of me or anyone that runs a drama channel or creates drama content or instigates drama content as their shtick, as their gig out here on YouTube. There's something better that you can do, just like Lorin and I did, that will actually not only get people to more so respect you, but will also get you a lot more traction, subscribers and views, etc. And that's why I share my personal stories, folks. I share my personal stories because that's what good people want to hear. That are going through things. When people are going through things, they want to hear your stories. And if they can relate to you, just like Real Talk with Lorin did, that's what people quote unquote buy into. And I'm not necessarily saying buy into you monetarily, but buy into your message, which is the most important thing. If you ever want to monetize anything, first of all, people have to buy into your message before you can sell them anything, right? So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to go to my comments section of my video yesterday where Lorin shared some comments and another person shared some comments, Beastmaster. I want to read those comments. Then I'm going to take a little bit of time and share my thoughts regarding the video that Real Talk with Lorin created earlier today. I watched the whole thing, Lorin. I went to take a walk at the park. And I listened to the whole thing. And at times I took my phone out of my pocket and I watched it. I have YouTube Premium, so I have background play. I can turn off the screen, put the phone in my pocket, put on some headsets, and listen to the message. And what's most important is listening to what the person is saying. So I did listen to the whole thing, Lorin, and was very, very impressed. Was very, very impressed. And if you want to hear Lorin's story regarding her experiences with panic attacks that go back to a young age. Lorin's around my age. She's a few years older than me. I'm 47, almost 48. She's a few years older than me, so we're around the same age. But Lorin was explaining, as far back as I think her teens and 20s when she first started getting panic attacks. And I'm going to share my thoughts about that, Lorin, in just a little bit here. So let me go ahead and switch on over to the browser source. And I just love how that thumbnail pops out, right? I had a major panic attack! Exclamation point! And I look all innocent there, huh? All innocent and pretty, huh? I had a major panic attack. And the title of the pre-recorded video I put out yesterday, it was earlier today. It's still before midnight here on the West Coast where I'm at. The title is I Had a Major Panic Attack and Being a YouTuber Played the Biggest Role in It. One more time, I had a major panic attack and being a YouTuber played the biggest role in it. I really appreciate the 234 people that have already viewed this video. I do hope many more view it, not because I want to get a high view count or anything like that. Of course, I do want to grow. But I really want to inspire as many people as possible to share their true stories and their experiences, because that's what's going to get you to connect with people. Drama and instigating drama and, running drama channels and stuff like that, all that does is mask the underlying issue. I really wish these drama people would just share their real stories of what's really going on with them deep within. Share those experiences instead of creating drama content. These drama creators, they create drama content as a mask because they're not ready to come out like myself and Lorin did and share, this experience about or experiences about going through panic attacks. Because many people just feel like they don't want to open up at that level. They feel like they're going to be attacked and people are going to talk smack about them. Sure, there are going to be people that are going to talk smack about this. But the people that talk smack about this are the people that have major issues and they're just jealous that they're not as ready or open as you are to share your stories. They're not able to be as vulnerable as you and I were to share these stories, Lorin. And I honestly feel allowing yourself to be vulnerable is what's going to get you the furthest in life and also allow you to come off more genuine. Now, there's a difference between being vulnerable and gullible. Don't be gullible, but you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable in order to be real and genuine with people. That's just how it's always been. That's just the way it is what I'm trying to say, and how I've always been. So let's go ahead and scroll on down to the comments. And we're going to start off with Real Talk with Lorin 6 hours ago. Well, unfortunately, I had panic attacks before YouTube, but it definitely contributed to my anxiety continuing on. Yeah, the one thing I don't have is I don't have anxiety, and I'm grateful and thankful for that, but I can understand how anxiety on top of having panic attacks can go hand in hand and make it more difficult, Lorin. I commend you, though, for being open about this and working through it and coming out here publicly on the YouTube platform and sharing your story. Very, very inspirational. She's like, it was horrible. Having a panic attack feels like a heart attack, and no one really understands how bad it could get. Yeah, it almost does feel like that. For me, my panic attacks feel like the walls are closing in, or I get that claustrophobic feeling or that feeling like I can't breathe. I haven't had a panic attack to the level of where I feel my heart is going to explode or have a heart attack. But I get how that feeling is. Trust me, I get how that feeling feels. So having a panic attack feels like a heart attack, and no one really understands how bad it could get. Well, I do, and I'm glad that we relate to this, and I'm glad that we both were able to share our experiences and our stories, Lorin, so we can help other people that are going through this, that really want to be able to work through it. I'm doing better, and I'm glad that you're doing better as well. Well, thank you, Lorin. I appreciate that. I've got a lot of appreciation for you and respect and love, like brotherly love. I'm probably the only guy out here on YouTube that doesn't try to hit on you, because I do respect you, Lorin. Yeah, I'm just blown away at the fact that you created a reaction video. Well, not a reaction video. You were inspired to create your video with your story, which is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, having people threatening you and trolling you isn't healthy. Yeah, the people that do that are the people that have issues like this or more issues, Lorin, and they're just not willing to work through their underlying issues. And they don't want to come out and actually share their stories of what they're actually going through because they fear they're going to be judged. Well, the truth of the matter is some people may judge them, but a lot of people would actually respect them and they would get further ahead. But they don't get that. Maybe one day they'll figure it out. View 2 replies from Coach Eli, Elias Melas, and others. I responded to Lorin, and I said, "Real talk with Lorin. Thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it, and you as well. I hope once this is all said and done, I can support you much better and participate on your channel. I want to support you more, but I just don't want to deal with any of these people while doing it. Have you completely removed them from your channel? Just curious to know where you stand with them. Thank you for also sharing about your panic attacks, and I am glad you are doing better. I hope your day is going well. I miss you and Roger. Say hi to him from me, please." Roger, I love you, brother. Yeah, Roger appeared at the end of your video, Lorin. That was great. That was great. So say hi to Roger for me, or just show him this. Hey, Roger, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. And Lorin, thank you for continuing to be a channel member. That's not necessary. I will get some more members-only content coming soon, but I appreciate your support. And Lorin, let's talk privately soon because I've got some other things to share with you. I'm not going to go public on yet. It's all good. We'll keep that private for right now. So Lorin got back to me 4 hours ago. And she said, "At Coach Eli, Elias Melas, we inspire." I think you meant to say you inspired me. Well, thank you, Lorin. I appreciate that. No worries. I'm not counting the typos there or the grammar. "You inspired me to make my own video, and no, I don't really talk to any of those people. If you've noticed, I've just been interviewing people that fascinate me or talking about things that are in the moment." Yeah, I've noticed that. And I really like the direction you've taken your channel, Lorin. And I really wish that the YouTube algorithm would help you get more traction. You're dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with. We were caught up in this drama sphere for a while unknowingly, and YouTube thinks that audience is still our audience. So they recommend our videos to them primarily, which is making it more difficult for us to grow with a new audience. But let's work together on some stuff, Lorin, and we'll power through it together. Maybe you and I can do an interview together on each other's channel. Maybe we do a pre-recorded and then put it out there on both channels, or maybe one time you come on my channel, the other time I come on your channel, or maybe, Lorin, and you let me know what your thoughts are about this if you get a chance to watch this stream. I did tag you, so you'll probably see it. Maybe we can do something ongoing, like a weekly show or bi-weekly show, where we can discuss issues like these, Lorin. I think we could do something really great regarding this, and we can help a lot of people at the same time. Let's see. But also the Long Island serial killer, which has been bothering me since it began. Yeah, I'm not in the drama sphere, and I never will be. Well, Lorin, Just for saying that, I'm going to give you a big round of applause. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, Louise. All right. All right. Now, Beastmaster sent me a couple of, or wrote me a couple comments. What's going on, Beastmaster? It's been great to see you around the channel lately. My aunt went through anxiety a few years back. It is a difficult emotion to navigate through. You're lucky to have a wonderful mom that's there for you. Yeah, dude, you know, it's really weird. Like, I don't have a problem mentioning anything in the past, even things that these trolls and haters criticize me on, because I know it's a bunch of BS. But, you know, I used to talk a lot more about my father than my mother. And I got scrutinized for, you know, not talking about my mom or loving my mother. I love my mom and my father. I've always loved them equally. And my mother is one of the most amazing mothers in the world. You know, she has 2 sons, my brother Chris and myself. And we're 15 months apart. 15 months older than my brother. And we're still her babies to this day. My mother's 70 years old, and she still treats us like we're 2 at times. But she, you know, you get what I'm saying, right? It's that motherly love. And does it get annoying when, you know, mom is like that? We all know how moms can be when you grow up and, you know, you're still their baby, right? But I've really, really learned to just accept it and appreciate and understand it, because there are many other people out there that wish they could have a mother half as good as mine, right? And I'm very grateful and thankful for everything my mother has done, and my late father that passed away a little over 12 years ago. But yeah, my mother, you know, I reached out to her last night, and she was there. She's a 70-year-old woman, and you know, she got up and came and picked me up, and we went on a ride. And you know, she didn't complain about it at all. She wanted to be there for me, but she was just worried. You know, she was running her mouth 100 miles an hour. You know, being worried, right? I told her, look, you know, I'm glad that you're here. You being here already makes me feel better. Sometimes just being around someone, I'm alone most of the time, all right? And sometimes when you're alone, most of the time, it catches up to you. You miss the human interaction, especially now over the past almost 2 years since COVID hit. And, you know, we've been on lockdown, not as much anymore for the vaccine, but there's still somewhat of a lockdown. It's still, you know, kind of a weird thing with the COVID thing, and that's affected a lot of people. I think that partially has affected me too, because there's not as much interaction, you know, happening as there was even a couple of years ago before COVID hit. Now there's a little more interaction now because almost 52% of the U.S. is fully vaccinated, but there are still restrictions. It's still going to be probably another 6 months to a year before everything fully gets back to normal. But yeah, thank you for that, Beastmaster. I appreciate it. I appreciate you mentioned my mother there. Hopefully everything's all well in your family, bro. Beastmaster, I guess before that, made a comment, you know, and said, watching now. Annie asked if you were going back to making bids on people. I couldn't answer. Good luck to you, my friend. I'm here when I can. And I wrote back to Beastmaster and said, what do you mean by making bids on people, bro? Be more specific and I'll let you know. And he hasn't got back yet. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll let me know another time. I can only assume what you mean by that, Beastmaster, is, am I going back to making videos calling out people in the drama sphere on all the BS they're doing? And the answer to that is no. But if I'm feeling a certain way, if I'm having a panic attack, or, you know, I've been ignoring something for a while, like I did with these people, right? And it built up over a 4 to 6 month period. I really felt the need to let it out. I had to let it out because I wouldn't have felt better unless I let it out. It was affecting my health. So I'm not necessarily going back to talking about these people or talking smack about people. That was never my purpose in the first place. I never wanted to do anything like that. But what I am going to do from this point on is if I'm feeling a certain way because of something and it's affecting my health and it's giving me a panic attack, or I know it's going to give me a panic attack, I'm going to come out publicly and address it. And then, get right back to doing what I do, helping people get a better grip on their life with their business and personal needs. But yeah, if you want to comment at some point, Beastmaster, and let me know what your thoughts are about that. I got an itch on my nose. An itch for good luck. Yeah, let me know, bro, and I'd be happy to answer that question for you. But I think that's what you meant, and I think I've already answered it. But let me know, man. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So God, this itch is killing me. Oh, man. It's because I haven't shaved my beard in almost 2 weeks. It's about time to trim it and put some more Just for Men on it. My God, I'm about to turn 48 years old in December. Wow. Pardon me, folks. This is so unprofessional here. At least I'm honest about it. All right. Before I go back to full screen, let me give myself yeah, when you're live, you never know it's going to happen. You never know. You just gotta roll with it. Let's go back to full screen. I love this background tonight. I can't remember where this is from, but look at this beautiful background here. Isn't that amazing? From pixabay.com. They allow you to use royalty-free and free from copyright and free for commercial usage images. It's an unpaid endorsement. If you need images for YouTube, pixabay.com is a great place to get in for free. So check it out. Pixabay, I believe.com. All right. So we are at 22 minutes. Just have a few other things to talk about before I go off the air. This may only be a 30-minute show. I got through that pretty quickly. Update to my major panic attack from yesterday. The majority of it has subsided. I am feeling a lot better. I had a better day today. But it hasn't fully subsided. I would say it's probably about 80-85% in the clear. I'm still feeling a little tension around my stomach. I still feel tense at times, and at times throughout the day. I feel that feeling of having a panic attack, but it comes in and out like it comes in and out for a minute or two at a time, then goes away for a few hours, and then comes back. I think part of the reason why I also had a major panic attack yesterday, is because I had not gone on a walk at the park or elsewhere where I walk in a little over a week. I've had so many things to do. I've been working out at home, and even though I'm still getting in my exercise and burning my calories, it's not the same thing as leaving your place, going somewhere, and being out in the open, in the fresh air, and kicking in those endorphins. Now, your endorphins will kick in no matter where you work out, indoors or outdoors. But when you go outside, it really subsides the feeling of having a panic attack, because you don't feel that claustrophobic feeling. Like for me, I think I actually have claustrophobia. Like I don't like being in tight spaces. I don't like being in a situation where like around 3 or 4 people. Like for example, if I'm in a tent, right? Let's say the tent has the opening on the front side, and let's say it's a 6-man tent. Well, let's be kind to the way things are said in the modern world. Let's say it's a 6-person tent. ladies, I respect you equally, okay? We used to call it a 6-man tent, right? But we don't do that anymore, right? So let's say you have a 6-person tent, and I'm in the tent. I go in the tent first, and I'm sleeping in the back of the tent, right? And the exit is on the other side. That would give me a feeling of claustrophobia, because if I wanted to get up and go and use the restroom, I would have to pretty much step over 4 or 5 other people. Well, there's going to be one person next to me, and they're going to be, 4 other people closer to the front of the opening, right? Now, if I, was sleeping by the front, by the entrance, I wouldn't feel as claustrophobic, right? So, I've always had that type of feeling. I believe I actually do have claustrophobia. I've never been diagnosed with it, but I just know how I feel when I'm in a situation where I feel like I'm locked in, I can't breathe. Kind of like when you're stuck at home, or if you're working from home, and you don't get out, you kind of have that feeling like you're stuck and you got to get out. So today, earlier in the evening, about 2 to 3 hours before I started this live stream, I went to my local park, Red Morton Park, and I did 3 laps. I walked about 3.5 miles, and I'll tell you, it tremendously helped me out. I just feel so much better when I get my walks in, and I'm going to start doing my walks, if not every day, at least 5-6 days a week again, like I was before. I took a little over a week off. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Walking with Purpose video, but not live. I'm going to be bringing back, as I promised, it's been a while, I'm going to be bringing back, Walking with Purpose in 4K at 60 frames per second. And what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow is the aftermath of, my panic attack. I'm going to go into more detail about it and share some other things I haven't shared already. It's probably going to be about a half an hour to 45-minute video. I do have a faster laptop now to process 4K, but it's still going to take a while. That video will be done. I'll probably do it, early in the morning or before the afternoon. But even with my fast i9 laptop, it's probably going to take me the majority of the day to render it, edit it, render it, do all that stuff, right? And then, I can upload it quick to YouTube with my fiber line, but 4K processing on a video that's about 45 minutes, especially 4K 60 frames per second, it's probably going to take like 12 hours to process. It'll process up to 1080p 60 frames per second within a few hours, but to get 4K to process, it takes quite a while. So you'll probably see that video sometime on Wednesday. So I want to get in the habit of putting out at least 2, maybe 3 videos in 4K at 60 frames per second per week, on top of the live streams I've been doing and other in-studio pre-recorded videos. I'm gonna, like I said, folks, I'm gonna start really pumping out a lot more content. So, hey Arnie, how you doing? Watching a good old Elvis film helps Blue Hawaii. Yeah. How's it going, brother? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So that is that. We are at 29 minutes. I just want to talk about one more thing here. I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I want to mention it again. And I say this wholeheartedly. I do. I say this from the bottom of my heart. To those drama people. You folks are much, 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 much more capable of creating something better than what you're doing. And it'll get you a lot more traction than you're getting right now stirring up the drama pot, instigating drama, and all that kind of stuff, right? You know, I know a lot of these people personally, and I even got pretty close to some of them. You know, we became good friends for a while. And I will say this to certain people out there, and you probably can figure out who you are. You all have a story. You all have a story. And your story is something that I think would be amazing to share with the world. You people have been through a lot, right? You've been through a lot. So instead of creating nonsensical, stupid drama all the time, why not instead come out and share your story with the world and allow people to truly get to know you, is what I'm trying to say. Allow people to truly get to know you and relate to you. I bet if you folks started doing things like that and sharing your own personal stories about struggles you had and what you did to overcome them, I bet you people will not only respect you a lot more, they will also watch more of your videos. Your views will go up. You'll get more subscribers, and you'll also get a new audience that you'll relate to. There are people out there that are struggling for support regarding things that many people are going through out here. But instead of sharing their stories that they're going through, which can help other people, they're just creating drama. Because what happens when they create drama? Drama is all instigated and fake for the most part, right? And because these people don't feel comfortable within themselves, and they are not allowing themselves to be vulnerable to be able to share their story, and they don't want to share their story because they feel they're going to get scrutinized. You know, that holds them back from their true greatness and holds them back from truly being able to help people and creating something sustainable and respectful. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. And I've seen a lot of these people they've shared their stories privately with people behind the scenes, right? And whenever these people would share their stories with me privately behind the scenes, I would tell them, this is an amazing story. You've been through a lot. You worked through it. Why don't you share this with the world and connect with other people that are going through the same thing? Because people want that type of support. People will relate to you, and you'll create something amazing for yourself. I've told that to so many of these drama people, right? And you know what they tell me? Yeah, I'll get to that one day. But what happens? They just go right back to the drama, right? And why? Because it's the easy way out, right? It's the easy way out, and you don't have to be vulnerable, right? But if you can't allow yourself to be vulnerable, like I was saying earlier, okay, then what kind of a person are you, right? What kind of a person are you if you can't allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be able to truly and genuinely connect with people? So, you know, one can only try, right? One can only hope that as many people as possible out here that, you know, are running drama shit shows and drama shit channels, right, will hear this message and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm tired of this. I'm getting too old for this crap. I'm better than this. I have so much more to offer this world. I have a story. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to look at myself in the mirror, and I'm going to say, you know what? I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm going to share my story. I want to come out and share my story with the world. I will tell you this. I'm going to wrap up with this. A lot of people in the past told me you share way too much online, this and that. You want to know something? I share what I want to share. I share everything about myself for the most part because I want to be real with people, right? I'll wrap up by saying this. The moment that you allow yourself to be vulnerable and you start sharing your story and you're real with yourself, it's going to change your life. You're going to feel amazing. No matter how stupid you may think it sounds right now, why don't you look at yourself in the mirror when you wake up tomorrow morning and ask yourself, are you happy with the way things are, or are you ready to come out? Are you ready to come out and be real with the world? Because that's what the world is waiting for. I'd love to see it. I doubt I'm going to see it because these people are set in their ways. But who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll see a surprise. Until then, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I may end up doing a live stream at some point tomorrow from the studio, maybe in the evening or a late night show. But I'm going to be working on that 4K 60 frame per second video, which will probably be released on Wednesday. But I'll get you something tomorrow. In the meantime, you can comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me check out Facebook. Oh, hi, Andy. Hi, Claudia. I've got 3 people on Facebook. How are you folks doing? Before I go off the air, you folks have any questions? Claudia says good night. Outback Andy says hi. Andy, I got your message, man. A lot more content is coming, Andy. I hope your wife is doing better, bro. Keep me in the loop through Facebook Messenger. Thank you to the both of you stopping by. I'm sorry I didn't check out Facebook earlier. You folks commented 21 minutes or so ago. Let's see, nothing happening over on the live. All right, folks, time to get on out of here. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.